Welcome back, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. We go to the fourth. Cardinals lead the Cubs 5-0. John Sciambi, Jim Deshaies with you. We got a special guest, Adrian Sampson, down in the dugout. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing over there?
We're doing all right. Nice job yesterday. 5 innings. Gave up a couple of runs. Start with this. How hot was it yesterday?
It was a little sticky out there. When it's hot down here in the Midwest, it's you get a little humidity. But I mean, stay hydrated and keep hitting short and try to get off the mound as fast as you can. So it's that's the goal. It's always the goal. There we go. It's a base hit right there.
There you go. So as far as the temperature yesterday, like not affected by it though, you're saying like it was not something that played in any way for you?
Thanks, Wade. I mean, it does a little bit right out of the gate, but just limiting yourself out on the field, get your guys in the dugout as fast as they can, and then obviously you want to keep their pitcher out as long as possible, especially on those hot days. Keep everybody on their toes. Don't let anybody feel in the legs a little bit. Keep the pace moving.
Swing and miss slider's been a real nice weapon for you. Is that a kind of a different look pitch for you, or what's been the key to your success so far?
Yeah, it's a pitch I've always been throwing. A little mechanic issue or a little mechanic thing I've been focusing on. It helps me clear my front side. It helps me get through the ball a little bit. It helps get that good break that I'm looking for, and then as the game goes on, get a little feel for it. Just kind of throw it where I want to once it's rolling, and then it's a very effective pitch to righties and lefties. There we go.
Base hit right field.
Adrian Sampson.
He's good luck. Oh, it kicks away from Carlson. What about pitch grips like four seam and slider? You'll mess with those a little bit as well.
Yeah, it's something I've been working on, and then being able to use all the gizmos they got for us here, and then get some automatic feedback with some of the pitch grips I've been tinkering with, and it's been extremely fun for me the last year and a half coming over to the Cubs last year, working with Ron Vallone and Thomas Boucher down in Iowa, and just kind of almost I basically re-gripped every pitch I threw and tried to make them all better. There we go, another base hit.
3 straight hits out of the left center field, and Horner is scoring.
There we go. Yeah, keep me on here.
Indeed. Rivas goes the other way. Cubs are on the board. It's 5-1.
Well, yeah, a lot of work for the Cardinal bullpen to do here today with Flaherty leaving this game early, so Cubs have a chance, even though down 5-1 now, certainly have a chance to get back in this ball game, and off to a great start here in the fourth. My goodness.
Yep, swing the bat well. Balls find some grass. Let's keep it going.
So what's the day after a start look like for you, just in terms of your routine, getting ready for your next assignment?
Definitely day one is the busiest day, especially on these day games. It's hard to get out here on time for the game, but as long as you get all your stuff in, everyone kind of lets you do your thing. But it's getting here, it's getting the workout in, doing your throwing, a little lighter throwing, but just doing what you got to do, and then making sure you get in the weight room and do some running and all the fun stuff. But
I mean the program now is pretty specific, isn't it? We had a conversation with Kyle in the clubhouse a few weeks ago, and he said, you come in every day and they got a plan laid out for you, what you need to do today. Or I guess it's tailored to each individual. I mean, it's not guesswork, right? I mean, it's the plan is there.
Yeah, the plan's there. And then it's up to the player to make sure he does it all. I mean, they got so much help here, guys that are motivating you and then making sure that you're doing what you need to do. But when it comes down to it, it's all about the player, and then it's like how bad does he want it? How bad does he want to stick to the routine? I mean, you see the guys that are making 30 starts at least every year. And there's another hit here for us. Here we go. Another. How we hold him up.
How about that? 4 straight hits.
Yep. Good inning for the boys.
Holy cow. So 4 in a row, and now Herrera will go out and chat with Whitgren. Paul Goldschmidt will join that conversation. John Sciambi, Jim Deshaies, Adrian Sampson joining us in the Cubs dugout, third base side. Hey, one of the things when we first interacted in person, I talked about was your time in Korea. I got to do those KBO games What did you learn going over there?
Yeah, I learned it has a lot to do with how you go about your work when no one's watching. It's a totally different ball. It's the same game when you're in the lines, but outside the game it's a little different. But it really comes down to how you want to act as a professional and maintain as a starter. I mean, for me, I was a big leaguer. I was up and down a little bit. But when you go over there, you're considered to be one of their guys. So there's a lot of pressure in that sense, and there's a lot of expectation when they bring over foreigners, because they only have 3 guys. They talk about the war from the foreigners that they can bring over to a team, and I think they said it comes into about 60%. 50 or 60% of war comes from the foreigners. So they have a very high expectations for you. But just being healthy, being able to make all your starts is the first goal. And then if you can do that, then they're looking for numbers, and then they're looking for you to go deep into games and stuff. But overall, a great experience. I thought it was very cool that people like yourself and Eduardo and all those guys were able to call games for us and show the games over here in the States. So it was talking to guys in the KBO, the guys that I've covered over there for a long time that kind of do back and forth. I know Daniel Kim, he
great dude.
Yeah, awesome guy. And so he was probably the most excited to see that the KBO was getting some recognition worldwide. I mean, we were the only professional sport going for a little while. So it was just such an amazing experience. It sucked obviously for the guys here that weren't able to play, but to give the fans something to watch and to maintain baseball season in some sort of sense was just so much fun, so much recognition to those guys that are over there, and I mean they're working hard, and it's a big sport over there in Asia, Japan and Korea and stuff. So it's very much like football over there. So it's in terms of American style. So yeah, it was cool that you guys got to do that for the guys over here.
How about off the field, life off the field? Did you enjoy it? Good experience?
Yeah, it's just a little different. I mean, you got to find out the food you like, and then just having some of the other foreigners there. They're in the same boat as I was with I was with Dan Straley. His family wasn't able to go over there, so me and him spent a lot of time together. And I think just having him over there when I was going through some things, and it was just such a good, you really lean on these players. The players turn into family, and then it just makes the whole experience just a little bit easier, just being away from home.
So obviously you would have some perspective for a guy like, say, Suzuki, who's kind of doing the reverse thing, coming over here and having to live in a completely different culture. You have some sympathy for what he has to deal with.
Oh yeah, so yeah, when I got to meet him in spring and Toy, his translator, I just wanted to make sure that they felt as welcome as possible. I know the guys that I played with in Korea were the guys that just showed just camaraderie and welcoming me in right away. It made me feel so much more comfortable. I was able to be myself. How they were wanting to learn English, and me on the other end wanted to learn at least some Korean. It was just such a unique thing. I was able to just be myself and just go about it. And they're just teammates, and like I said, teammates turn into family.
Cubs on the board. It's a 5-1 game, bases loaded, and 4 straight hits with Adrian Sampson on the mic. Here's Morel with a count 0-2 against Johan Oviedo. And a swing and a miss. Morel down on strikes for the second time today. And that'll bring up Rafael Ortega. Take me through what the last few weeks, month have been like for you, because you kind of crisscrossed the country a little bit, or at least halfway so. You went back home when the Mariners got you, and then you got DFA'd, and then you came back to the Cubs, and then you get sent down and brought back up. I mean, holy cow.
Yep, a lot of lugging my luggage around. I mean, talking about missing some workouts, but also just carrying a 50, 60 pound suitcase with me everywhere. I felt like I got a little stronger in that sense. So, hey, that's fair ball. There we go.
There you go, off the sidewall. One run is in. Rivas comes in. The ball gets away. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-3 game.
So we need right there, picking each other up.
It'll be a double and no error. And runners at second and third, so Ortega comes through.
This is the fifth hit of the inning, the first one for extra bases, and this double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20 years, 200,000-mile warranty on every new car, only at Elgin Hyundai, a member of the Bob Lacurcio Auto Group.
Willson Contreras now, as that big double makes it a 2-run game, and now the tying run is in scoring position.
I think Willie's due for one right here.
Big one?
I think so.
I love it.
He looks comfortable up there. He usually does.
He's putting together quite a year. Should be his third All-Star appearance. What's it been like being around him, having him catch you, but also watching how he goes about his business, because he's intense?
Yeah, it's fun to watch him play. I think he's doing well with the DH. Now that we have DH here, unfortunately we don't get to hit anymore, but it keeps him in the lineup every day, which is something that the Cubs need, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. He's an exciting player.
Did you swing it a little bit, Adrian?
I would like to say I could, but the numbers show otherwise. I thought I was a pretty good bunter, though.
Small sample. He didn't get enough chances.
Yeah, not enough chances. That's what I was thinking.
That's your story, and you're sticking to it.
Yep. But when I had to get that bunt down, I thought I did a good job of doing that.
So now 2-2 on Willson Contreras.
Yeah, base open. They got room to expand here, but see if he leaves one out over the plate.
Bodie's at third, Ortega at second. 2-2. And a good eye right there. Ian Happ lurking in the on-deck circle.
Do you, when you're watching a game, do you kind of pitch the game in your mind? Do you try to get into the pitcher's head and how you would attack a hitter in a given situation?
Yeah, I think I always do that. Whether I'm trying to or not, it's just kind of like the natural way I see the game. I mean, there's a couple different perspectives you got in this. You either pitching, you're either in the third base or first base dugout, so, or you're inside watching on TV. So
3-2.
there we go.
Base
Another
hit.
base hit. Let's score. We're centering him.
And they both come in
Here we
to
go.
score.
Tie ball
How
game.
about that? 5-5. Welcome to the Adrian Sampson fourth inning.
This is pretty remarkable. Fastball 95, but kind of in the sweet spot. Out over the plate a little bit, up above the knees.
Still only one out as Ortega races around to score, and now it's Ian Happ who's 0 for 2.
I mean, it's a tired old cliche, but as you watch this inning unfold, right, it's just a great example of hitters not, quote unquote, trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Kind of the middle of the diamond approach, or willing to shoot it the other way.
Yeah, just one at a time. Wait for the next guy to kind of just start something. I think Rafi's double right in this inning was huge. You can't win a game off singles, but yeah, you got to get that big hit every once in a while.
Yeah, that's in for a strike to Happ. Yeah, singles are seemingly rarer and rarer, and it seems like the way teams scores, it, you know, a single and a walk and then an extra base hit, or an error and a walk and an extra base hit.
Yeah, you're just trying to limit damage when you're out there, especially as a starter. Keep going as long as you can. Keep your guys in the game. And then like that, just kind of try to start swinging at your pitches instead of leaving him over the plate, you know.
How are you different as a pitcher from when you debuted with the Mariners? I know that was short, but even if you want to take it to your time with the Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, it feels so long ago. It's my first debut was in 2016, about this time. Just very uncomfortable is the word I would like to use. But
you were uncomfortable.
I was uncomfortable. I mean, it's your first call up, and the game. You don't want it to speed up on you. Sometimes it does when it's your first time. Especially, I made my debut at Fenway, and they had a good squad. I mean, they usually do, but it was a little tough. But I thought I handled myself well. They gave me another chance to start, and that's why I got hurt.
What just happened right there?
And he dropped the line drive. I think he's going to be safe at first. Yep. He tagged.
Was arguing that he tagged
no,
him.
he tagged the base first, and then he should have tagged Willie first.
Well, Marmol coming out, he wants an explanation.
He's going to tell him to touch the peg first.
Good heads-up play by Contreras.
I'm not. No, he did it right. Yeah, he stopped short. Did the toe get the base?
Yeah, he was trying to tag him, but his toe may have inadvertently hit the base.
And then is this reviewable? I don't know.
I don't know if on Molly Marmol if I would even know what to ask for other than, hey, take a look at that again, would you?
Yeah, just have a talk. It's never good when they're in there talking to each other. See what they say.
Challenging both calls? Is that what he said?
Yes. So they're going to go back. So he's trying to tag him, but I think that his toe is touching the base. And then he steps on the bag.
This is one for the case book.
Yeah. Because in this spot,
funny how in the ballpark all eyes turn to the big screen. Everybody's watching, all the players, all the fans, all the umpires.
And it kind of looks like his right foot kind of touched that bag.
yes.
I don't know about this angle though.
So like this is a good example though. Everybody's cheering. They don't know what they're cheering for.
No.
But this is what I'm talking about in terms of Adrian. I'm big on miking up the umpires, and like you have 40,000 people here. They should be explaining the rules, or at least the outcome of what the rule is and what's taking place, and they have no idea. I don't think that angle's not helping us.
Yeah, I mean, with all the cameras here, they should be able to at least find something that's, some of the cameras should be pointed on, maybe from home plate or at least from the outfield or something.
So they're getting one out, right? But the issue is,
for sure, one out. They have to, if he tagged him first, then he's out.
then it's 2 outs.
Yeah, but it looks like that foot might be touching. If that foot's touching the bag.
There was a brief moment where Willie's foot kind of bounces off the base, and I wonder if that's what they're looking at as Goldschmidt continue to apply the tag.
Yeah, this game's funny. You see something new every day. So,
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's nice that they have the umpires are mic'd up. So we'll probably get into a little explanation here once this is wrapped up here from New York.
Details would be good too, right?
Yes.
He's out for this reason. He's safe
He's
for that
out
reason.
for this reason. Tell the people. All right, here we go.
Contreras was tagged.
So maybe he didn't tag him.
He explained. Oh well.
All right, so it ends up being a double play. Adrian Sampson, good stuff. Appreciate you coming
Good
on,
rally,
pal.
Adrian.
Yeah, thanks for
Way to
having me,
go,
guys.
man.
5 runs.
Good inning.